What's up, guys? It's your boy Untitled Messiah, and not again. We are back in lockdown, okay? In London and most of the southeast, okay, we're in tier 4, which is basically there's a code word for we're in lockdown, okay? Gyms are closed, shops are closed, everything's closed. Christmas done, no Christmas. Christmas what? No Christmas. We're not going nowhere. But yeah, in today's video, I'm gonna be explaining to you guys how to keep yourself progressing throughout the lockdowns, okay? Because in lockdown number 1, that's when my physique made some crazy progress. Because in lockdown number 1, I went from pretty much a marshmallow to, I'd say, having a pretty decent physique, right? And then again in the second lockdown, I was able to maintain where my physique was at and not drop off. So I thought I'd explain to you guys how you can keep yourselves doing that, and also maybe get into a little bit, sorry, my shoulder's getting tired, maybe get a little bit into, you know, just the mental health side, because honestly, with this being the third lockdown, I know a lot of people's mental health is going to be struggling, and obviously mine included. Like, when I come into these videos, you guys, I make sure that, you know, I try to be in a good mood and stuff like that, but I go through my struggles as well. Trust me, I go through my struggles, and it's hard not to, essentially, because so many things, so many of our plans and things like that just got thrown out the window, essentially. You know, for a lot of people, they're looking forward to Christmas being like, you know, that one time of year where they can kind of forget about all the things that's gone on this year, because they did say that Christmas, you know, they were going to let you meet up with your family and stuff like that. Well, that's not happening, so yeah, I just thought I'd explain to you in this video. So yeah, I'm also gonna go hit a upper body workout downstairs in my little home gym setup. I've got a pull-up bar, a dip bar, and some dumbbells up to 24 kilos. So we're gonna get more into that when I start talking about it. But yeah, so I've got a decent setup. I'm gonna hit that workout later, which you're gonna see. And yeah, okay guys, so without any further ado, let's get straight into the tips. So what I think is tip number 1 is focusing on what you can control rather than what you can't control. So obviously this is easier said than done, but for example, me as a power builder, right, this means I like to focus on the powerlifting aspect, which is, you know, getting stronger over time, and also the bodybuilding aspect, which is, you know, increasing your muscle size and aesthetics and things like that, right? So we're in a lockdown right now. Which of them can I control? I can't really control the powerlifting aspect because I don't have access to all of that equipment, right? But I have got access to 24 kilos worth of dumbbells, a pull-up bar, a dip bar, and an adjustable bench. So that's enough for me to get a decent bodybuilding workout and progress in terms of, you know, my physique. So there's no point me, you know, stressing and worrying about, you know, my powerlifting. Oh, you know, I can't deadlift, I can't squat, I can't bench press. When that's completely out of my control, I'm going to be stressing myself out for no reason because I have no control over it. So it's better that I just think of the things that I can do and then focus on that. So for example, let's say you only have dumbbells up to say 15 kgs. In that situation, you may not be able to, you know, make huge leaps and bounds in, say, your chest progress, your leg progress. But you might say, okay, in this lockdown, I'm gonna focus on getting bigger arms. I'm gonna do bicep curls or tricep extensions every day or something like that, right? This is just, you know, extreme example, but something still. That's something that you can do because that's something that's in your control, and you're going to be progressing. And doing something is better than doing nothing. Because this leads me on to my next tip, which is having a goal. It doesn't need to be some huge astronomical goal or anything like that, but I found that, for example, in the first lockdown, where a lot of people were complaining about how bored they were, how they had absolutely nothing to do, I didn't share that problem because A, I was still having online school, so my days were pretty much still occupied anyway, or at least the first part. But I think more so, I gave myself the goal of, you know, improve my physique, and well, more specifically, going on a cut. I went on a cut where I lost about 10 kilos, and that was, you know, my focus throughout that first lockdown. So I think that really kept me occupied, obviously both physically and mentally, because I'm working towards something. And life can get really meaningless really fast when you don't have any goals. One of the worst things you can do is go about life with no goals. So that, again, it doesn't have to be some crazy goal, something like that, but it might just be, you know, a goal. Say, I maybe want to lose a little bit of weight during this lockdown. It might be, I want to focus on cardio. You know, that's another thing. Like, if you really don't have access to much, you can still do some body weight work and stuff like that. But maybe you say, I want to try out some cardio. You know, I want to try out, you know, running or something like that. Right? I know it's winter now and it's not as pleasant to run outside, but people still do. I went on a walk yesterday and there were people running out there. So, you know, if there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, bottom line, setting yourself a goal is going to be so critical. That's going to be the main thing, because obviously the title of this video was how to transform your body during lockdown, and the transformation that you make is going to be dependent on what your goals are. But whatever your goals are, there is always something that you can do, and it's better to do something than nothing, because if you just say, oh, I'm just going to sit there and do nothing, that's going to be worse than doing something that's maybe not fully optimal, but it's better than nothing. So yeah. And then also linking to having a goal, having a plan is also something that is important, because it's going to give you some direction, especially if you're not 100% sure of what you should be doing. So for example, if you're training at home, I personally also have a home workout plan. So you can click the first link in the description, go to my website, you can find my home workout plans. And obviously when gyms open up as well, I've obviously got a ton of other workout plans there that work really well for being in the gym. You know, I've had a ton of people purchase them and they love them. So yeah, also that is another thing that you can do if you want to. And yeah, thirdly, I'd say pay attention to diet, because diet is so easy to go off the rails, especially when you're at home a lot of the time, and then also you don't have anything to do and you're bored. Being bored and at home, you know, you got shows there. That is a recipe for snacks. That is a recipe for ordering food. Uber Eats is killing my people. So yeah, literally, you want to make sure that you're still staying on top of your diet. You don't have to be extremely rigid. You don't have to be extremely, you know, regimented, but making sure you're not completely letting go of it. And if your goal is, like, for example, to lose weight and stuff like that, then staying on top of it. And you may have to do even more because your steps are down, your activity's down, so you're not going to be doing much. So yeah, stay on top of your diet, and you're going to thank yourself, because while everyone else is, you know, gaining weight, right, putting on those quarantine pounds, okay, you're going to be keeping yourself in, you know, a good even position to go back into the gym and thrive. So yeah, linking back to training and setting goals, I would also say that within that, whatever you're doing, the principle of progressive overload applies to everything, all right? The bottom line is, you want to be better than you were one workout ago, 1 week ago, 1 month ago even, in order to make progress. So you want to be consistently making progress over time in order to get close to your goal. So if you're running, this is going to be, okay, I want to get my time down. I want to get my 5K time down by 10 seconds, right? If you're doing, you know, weights at home, say you're doing calisthenics, saying, oh, I want to do 10 pull-ups this week. You know, last week I did 9. All right, I want to do 10 reps on a certain weight with bicycles because last week I did 9. So whatever you're doing, like, a lot of people with their home workouts, they think that they're not working, because I think that a lot of people treat them like you can just go into them and you can just go through the motions. Like, no, if you go into a home workout with the mindset of I'm going to progress, right, and you put everything into it, whether this is dumbbells, resistant bands, even body weight, right, you can make progress, okay, because you're still forcing progressive overload. You're still doing more than you were before. So don't think that just because you're doing a home workout, this is an excuse to slack off. Some of the most intense workouts I've had have been home workouts where literally by the end of it I feel sick. I'm like, what is happening to me? Literally, some of those have been home workouts. So do not think just because you're at home you can take it easy, okay? With your training, you still want to be busting it, and you still want to be, you know, increasing over time. Another one is in terms of, like, say, the mental health aspect, because this can be just as important as the physical, because if your mind's not in the right place, then you're not going to be able to get your body to do what you need to do, okay? It all starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with you saying, I'm going to do this, and then going out and doing it. So conquering your mind is the first step towards getting towards the physique that you want or the performance that you want, because especially as young people, we're going to want to be going out there, socializing, going to events, meeting people, things like that. It's obviously really hard having those things taken away, and for a lot of people that's like the things that they do to enjoy themselves and, you know, have fun, like meeting up with their friends, things like that. And now that is all out the window. I think what's important when it comes to that is, like, realizing that it's going to pass. It's not going to last forever. Because sometimes when you're in a negative place mentally, like, it's not easy just to get yourself out of that place. But if you can acknowledge that, you know, it's not going to last forever, lockdown will at some point come to an end. You're going to be able to go back to your normal life eventually. There's like a light at the end of the tunnel, then it's going to be a lot easier on yourself mentally, because sometimes when you're in a particular, you know, mindset, you're in a particular thought, it feels like it's going to last forever, and trust me, it won't. And yeah, but I think that is it, guys. Those are the main things. And if you have to take one thing away from what I'm saying, it's that something is better than nothing, okay? you're probably not going to make an incredible change to your physique in lockdown, right? But something is better than nothing, and you're gonna thank yourself when you get to the point where you can get back into the gym if your body is in the position to thrive and your body is ready to get straight back to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Obviously it's not finished, still got a workout to do, so I hope you enjoyed that workout footage as well. If you want me to do more like informative talking videos, some of those are actually my better performing videos on my channel, so you guys seem to like to hear me talk for some reason. So like for example, the how to get all nines video just hit 500k views, which is my first 500k viewed video ever, so that's crazy also. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna do my workout, not right now, in a little bit, and yeah, have a good one. See you guys in a bit.
It's Philip on the track.
This one is special, Taddies.